Hey, it's Professor Dave from draganddropcode.com. In a previous video, I showed kind of how to filter data. And, we've got a big spreadsheet of data. Let me just show you the big spreadsheet, all these foreign films. Okay, these are all nominated for Oscars. And what we do is we have an interface which either shows all of them or we filter to just show Spanish ones. Okay, so if the user clicks on Spanish, it goes and shows Spanish ones. And the way we do it is we actually use a second spreadsheet and we go through the first spreadsheet, grab the ones that are Spanish, put in this second spreadsheet, and then that's the spreadsheet we map to this data viewer list. Okay, and that's why it only shows the Spanish ones. Okay, now what I want to do, and I'm going to show the blocks here, is right now we're basically showing in order from here from 2010 straight down. Okay. And in fact, it happens to be ordered by year, but, we're going through from top to bottom. And let's say you want to go from bottom to top. Or if the user could add information here, you might want to do most recent additions, right? And those would be at the bottom. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make it so 2019 gets shown first instead of 2010 or whatever, maybe not 2019, but the newest year. Okay, right now, as you can see, we walk through the spreadsheet starting at 1, and then the last one is whatever the size of the whole list is. Okay, so we're just going to reverse that, and we're going to say, okay, I want to count, and I'm going to start with the length, and I'm going to go down to 1, and every time I'm going to subtract 1. Okay, so let's say there's 50 films. We'll start at 50, and we're going to get down to 1 by subtracting 1 every time. Okay, and I is this counter variable, and you'll notice we go get the ith film, the ith language, the ith year from the first spreadsheet, basically. Okay, so I just made that change, and let's go ahead and test it. So if I do my preview, it's going to go starting with 2019 and that way. And I think it should work also if I click Spanish, because the same code's being used. And now it starts with the most recent year first. Okay, and that was just because of this small change we made to the order in which we loop through the lists. Okay, I'm going to show one more thing, and it's just more of a user interface thing, but I'm going to go to the designer and choose my data viewer list here. And what I want to do is I don't want it to be visible to start, because you'll notice, right away when you run the app, it flashes kind of whatever was in the spreadsheet originally before we've kind of processed it, before the screen opens gets called. Okay, so I'm going to make it invisible. And then the blocks, when we get to the bottom, then I'm going to make it visible again. Okay, so I'm going to grab data viewer, set visible to true. Okay, it's a small change, but if I run this guy, you'll notice it just kind of stays blank, and then you start getting all the data. And same thing when I click Spanish, it goes blank for a second, and then shows all of them. So no flashing. Anyway, just a couple things on ordering your data, and then also just a little bit of user interface stuff.